I've been told in the past that I shouldn't do makeup because it wasn't a real career. I wouldn't make enough money to live off of, and that it wasn't a respected field. I was sure to still pursue it because I was really passionate about it. When I woke up, I thought about makeup. When I went to bed at night, I thought about makeup, and I just knew that makeup was where I was supposed
Hey everybody, it's Neffy Anderson, and I'm at the home of my favorite celebrity makeup artist, Renny Vasquez, to talk about how he turned his passion into his career. Hi, Renny.
Hi there. What an intro. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting us into your home.
Of course. Thank you.
I love you, darling.
Thank you.
So first, I want to know, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
How did you know that you wanted to become a makeup artist? And when, how did you get your start?
All right, so I didn't know that I wanted to become a makeup artist. I thought I was going to be a hairstylist. So went to cosmetology school, and while there, I took a makeup class. I was awful. I sucked at it. So I gave away all the makeup. Like, we got a makeup kit. I gave everything away, and that was like back in 2003, maybe. And then about 2007, I was assisting at a shoot for Sophisticated Black Hair magazine, and I saw a makeup artist, Derek Ruttledge, who works with Oprah now. I saw him doing makeup, and I got inspired. I was like, oh my God, that looks like that's where the fun is. So I immediately went out. I used my cosmetology license. So going to cosmetology school actually came in handy.
Okay.
I used it to get my discount at MAC, so I could get 40% off of the makeup.
Oh, we love a sale.
Yeah.
We love a sale.
And I just started practicing, and that was pretty much how I became a makeup artist.
Wow. So from that point where you saw the man that beats Oprah's face, honey, and you realized that that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
From that time on, when would you say you got your big break?
Well, I would say maybe I started working with celebrities here and there, maybe in about 2008. But it wasn't, it would be like consistent for a while, then I would have big breaks. So at the time, I was still a shampoo assistant. And I would say my big break came about maybe January of 2013. I was working inside the salon, shampooing, and one day I got a call from Sam Fine, and he's like, let's meet. And met with him, and he referred me to Gabrielle Union. And from that point, my career kind of really took off. About maybe 3 months later, I quit my job as a full-time shampoo assistant, and I became a full-time makeup artist. Wow,
what a blessing! So I follow you on Instagram,
okay,
as do most of my friends, because you're just amazing. I love to see your work as you're doing it.
Thank you.
What would you say most people don't know about the journey to where you are now?
What most people don't know is that long before any of my mentors became my mentors or my friends face to face, that they were my mentor. Sam, for instance, was my mentor long before I ever met him, just through his work,
right,
through his book, through his DVD that came a little bit later, through his work on music videos. I remember, seeing his work on Deborah Cox, the beautiful ladies in the Jodeci video and whatnot. So I would say, what people don't know is that long before I became friends or got to know, people like Sam and Derek, or even James Vincent, I was studying their work. I was studying it through magazines, through videos, and through pictures in magazines.
Wow, that leads me to my next question, because mentorship is a really big deal, not just in the field of makeup, but in any industry. A lot of people that are on the rise, they're trying to figure out, the whole mentor situation. So I wanted to get your take on it. Do you think that it is the person who's being mentored responsibility to find a mentor? Or do you think the mentor is the one that goes out and finds the person that they would like to kind of help and mold?
Okay, I would really say it goes both ways. I would say, if it's something that you really want, go after it. But I would also say that it's kind of the thing where, you know, it has to be a genuine relationship that kind of builds. It's not like you can just reach out to somebody, hey, I want you to mentor me, and that they're gonna, you know, just open up and respond. I think it's so important, like, to put in your work and whatnot. I think it's, you know, with that, it's not like, you know, people are lucky or they're chosen. I think it's preparation meets opportunity. You prepare yourself for a moment or for an opportunity with the person that you really look up to. And by preparing yourself, like, practice, do your homework, learn about their story, learn about the aesthetic of their work, and, you know, what it is that speaks to them and as it relates to whatever industry it is that you're in. In mine, it's beauty. So I think that's so important. And when you have the opportunity to actually meet them face to face, you actually have something to talk about. You have something in common. And from then you can strike or start a genuine relationship.
Right, I totally agree. When you wish you would have, 15, 16,
okay.
You know, those young people, what's your advice to them?
My advice to them is just really go for it. Like, put your all into it. Like, you know, whatever, you have to be in it to win it. Like, whatever it is that you have to do. And I think to be amazing and great at whatever it is that you want to do is that you have to do things that not everybody else is willing to do. Like, you have to go for it. I remember I lived in Maryland, and I would get on the bus or the train or ride with friends back and forth to New York to do test shoots. I could get, you know, work with different models and photographers, so I would have great pictures for my portfolio. So I would say really take it serious, do your homework, study the craft, take classes as often as you can. I would, if there was a class in the city nearby, or if it was a cheap plane ticket or train ticket or bus ticket away, I was there. We're in a generation now with social media where people are used to being able to push the send button and getting a response right away or some kind of feedback right away on social media. And the reality of it is that that's not how this industry is. It's something that takes time to really build your craft and really own, you know, what it is that you're doing.
I totally agree. So in regards to social media, you have quite the following.
Yeah.
How would you say you have used social media to further develop your brand?
Okay. Well, I feel like I use social media in essence. I'll say this. I didn't realize what was happening. I felt like I was just sharing my truth and what was going on with me from a day-to-day basis, and sharing the fact that I love makeup. That's how it started off, you know, with me. Then I realized with the following, I was able to reach more clients or reach more beauty brands and whatnot. So I would say I used it to that level, and also to be in contact with my clients or my mentors or different people that I looked up to, or I liked what they were doing. It was as simple as double tapping and liking a picture, or leaving a comment saying, wow, you know, I really appreciated that smoky eye you did. It really spoke to me. So I use it in a sense like that to kind of, you know, build relationships and just be my authentic self with, you know, my followers, but also people that I was following in return.
Right.
Yeah.
And so with your mentors, number one, who are these lovely people because they're doing a fabulous job? And number two, you know, what role have they played in your career? So we know that they're your mentors, but like, you know, what pockets or areas have they really helped to mold you and help nurture you?
So I have different mentors when it comes to different things in their capacities. My biggest mentor, work related, and also a good friend of mine is Sam. Sam Fine. Well, I say Sam because I expect people to know it's Sam Fine. No, you know, when it comes to what I think is beautiful, every piece of the aesthetic of his work speaks to what I think is beautiful, especially on women of color. So I found myself like really wanting to be like him, as far as I wanted my hand to be like his. I wanted to be able to paint somebody's face and bring out everything that was beautiful just like him. So, you know, I would say when it comes to makeup, he is my biggest inspiration and my biggest mentor. But it's funny because we rarely talk about makeup.
Right. That's a nice fluid relationship. That's how it should be. Not too forced and just like we only have to talk about this. Kind of put the strain on things.
Right. It's not like I call and say, hey Sam, so what eyeshadow did you use on Queen Latifah today?
Yeah.
It's not any of that. It's like now it's turned into more of almost like a father-son relationship in a way.
Right.
Kind of, sort of, like I didn't really have a male role model or a father figure in my life. So in a lot of ways, and I don't even know if he owns or takes responsibility for some of that, but in a lot of ways, I look up to him as that, male role model. Mm-hmm. So it just so happens that my male role model happens to be, one of the world's biggest makeup artists.
Yes. Yes.